Okay, welcome everyone. The course remains CRB 430, and today we'll be talking about the role of extension agents in the diffusion adoption process, and the training and visit system in Nigeria. So we're going to be talking about that today. Expectations are very high. I look forward to getting questions from you at the end. All right, let's take it a step at a time. Our expectation is that every student should be able to explain the role of an extension agent in the diffusion and adoption process. Every student should be able to describe the extension teaching methods. Every student should be able to state the creed of rural reconstruction development, as well as discuss the responsibility of the extension specialist. Every student at the end of this class or session should be able to explain the training and visit extension system in Nigeria as it relates to extension, cooperative extension. All right. Okay, let's go. Now take a look at your screen. Those that started this facilitation session with us. Of course, you know, extension is taking information or knowledge from where it is domiciled to where it is needed. Okay. Now, if you look at this diagram carefully, you realize that the extension agent is at the center. The role of the extension agent in the diffusion and adoption process is just according to how you see the arrows. You can see arrows moving from the farmer, that is those in the rural areas, moving towards the research centers, research institutes, meaning the extension agent takes information from those farmers, those living in the rural areas, and moving that information to the research institute. It's not just ordinary information, it's information about the challenges they are having. For example, the farmers are having their crops infested by a kind of pest. All right. So the extension agent interacts with the farmers and take that infested plant and takes it to the research institute for investigation. Also, it meets the cooperative farmer, the cooperative member, and takes his challenge and redirects it to where the solution may come from. Then you also see that the arrow takes information from where the information is domiciled through the agent to the farmer, meaning the agent takes the information to the institute where the investigation is done, and then as well take that solution for that farmer or the cooperative problem back to the farmer, and that is the role of the extension agent. Now, this diagram here typically just brings out the whole thing in a picture. Now, let's take it one at a time. Now, the extension agent will repeat once. We will repeat it once again because we've talked about his role in the past. We will repeat once more. He's a man, farmer researcher. Information to the farmer and an extension helps the farmer making wise management decisions. You do not do for them. This is when you are extension agent. You do things for us, but you help them by showing them how to. If you're doing it for them, they will count on you, and that is not what to achieve and work with them. Now, crop farming in the Like I said, the role of the extension agent is quite important. For those that are into homemaking, the extension agent tries to find out technologies that will help them facilitate their homemaking business, and he presents that technology to them. How they use the technology to facilitate their work. That is for the farmers or for the all right, let me share my slide again. Now, for cooperative activities, the cooperative extension agent, how does it go about assisting the farmers? About, let's say, for example, cooperative activities, the minimum number of persons that forms a cooperative is 10, and about 20 farmers can come together to enable them access credit facilities from government agents and all that. Now, it is the role of the cooperative extension or the extension agent to show them the nitty-gritties about the loan they are going for, the advantages, the disadvantages, the pitfalls, where they will have challenges so that they can know ahead of time and plan for it. Now, leadership and youth, the extension agent in the process of diffusion and adoption process also plays a role in terms of leadership and youth development. Young or youth farmers club is formed. He facilitates this to help them mobilize youths to farm. The youths also help in disseminating messages to the rural populace as well as serve as supplements to extension agents. So he has a role to play in terms of helping youth development. Now, take a look at this diagram in front of you. You will see extension teaching methods. For extension officers to or agents to work, you must know the extension teaching method. The first one we'll talk about, as this diagram is portraying here, is the individual method. The individual method is, for as you can see, is a method by which the farmer, the extension agent can get to the rural people or the rural farmers individually. Let's start with the first. The first is farm and home visits. You can meet them through the farm and home visit. You can also teach them through office calls by going to their offices for those that are maybe into homemaking and all that have offices. For those that have phones, you can instruct them through phone calls and contact letters. You can do them a personal letter, as well as farm and home visit. So that is the ramification of individual methods. You can use any of all these methods to teach the rural farmers individually. Now let's go to the next extension teaching. The next extension teaching method is group method. The group method, you can teach them through organizational meeting. You call a meeting of all marketing women or all male farmers, all female farmers, all female cooperative members. These are group meetings, and you can teach them through group meetings like organizational meetings, planning meetings, training meetings, special interest meetings, and community meetings. Now, the third way extension can teach is through demonstration method, and you can do that through method demonstration. That is demonstration of the method of doing something through tour and field visit, going to visit maybe a demonstration farm through travels and tours, through group discussions. And group discussion can further be broken down into extension schools as well as farmer training centers. That way you can teach demonstration methods. And the fourth method is the mass method. Mass method. Through the mass method, extension teaching method, you can teach a lot of people at once. And what are the examples of mass method? You use posters. Posters can reach a lot of people at once. You can use exhibitions and displays. You can use newspaper, the mass media. You can use folders and leaflets. You can use pamphlets. You can use letters. You can use radio, which appeals to the audio, to the auditory senses of your audience. You can use televisions and modern cinemas. Now, what is the creed of rural reconstruction development? These are one, contact the peasant people. 2, live among the peasant people. 3, learn from the peasant people. 4, plan with them, plan with the peasant people. 5, work with the peasant people. 6, start with what the peasant people know. You can't instruct them without starting from where they know, and then walk them to where you want them to be. That is the new knowledge. And then finally build on what the peasant people know. That is the creed. Now, teach by showing them what you are teaching. Demonstrate. If you want to show them how to apply it, say we're going to demonstrate how to apply fertilizer. Come, let's go and show you how. Teach by showing. Learn by doing. That is the creed. Not showcasing about a pattern. That is, don't try to showcase things by developing a pattern of this is how we'll do it. No. Adapt yourself to them so that they will understand that you react to the problem, not just bringing a predefined solution and lumping it on them. All right? Never piecemeal the information you give to them. Give them a holistic information. Even though you don't have all at the same time, let them know. Because if you keep breaking it in pieces, they feel that you're trying to maybe hold them, have them to visit with you or meet with you all the time. Tell them this is 4 parts. We'll teach you this one today, teach you this one. Let them understand the big picture. Okay? Make sure the rural construction development is not to conform, but to transform. So this is the creed. Now, what's the responsibility of the extension specialist? He is a manipulator. He is a change agent. He should be truthful. He must always speak the truth at all times and behave in an acceptable manner. The extension specialist must understand the principles of influence as listed earlier. Now, he must understand the language of the audience. Now, why is this important? The extension agent is an influencer, and he's not a change agent and is given to lying. He puts off the people that he's supposed to be talking to, those he's supposed to be influencing. So his responsibility is important. He should remember that the extension specialist is a link between the rural people and the researcher or the research institute. So he is therefore is seen in the light of being an influencer, someone that brings about change. So these are the responsibilities of the extension specialist. Other responsibilities of the extension specialist also include he must be able to interpret his own communication or read to his audience. He must know the facts and figures he wants to present to the farmers. The extension specialist must know when to speak and where to speak and when not to speak. That is, he must try to measure their conversation level. He must also understand that the farmers is an intelligent person, so he's not a child. You can play around with. He must be able to predict the result of his communication with his clientele. He should use the common local language of the farmer. So you just don't go in midst of the farmer and start speaking big grammar. You must have the local language at your beck and call. If you can't speak it, go with an interpreter, someone that can speak it, so that he can operate at their frequency. Now, there's a concept here called the training and visiting extension system, the T&V extension system in Nigeria. The purpose of the training and visit extension system is to build a professional extension service that will be capable of assisting farmers to raise production and increase their income. Now, the T&V is also to provide appropriate support for agricultural and rural development. It is aimed its aim is to have competent, well-informed village-level extension workers who will visit farmers with relevant technology messages and bring farmers' problems to the research institute or to the researchers. The key features of the training and visit system are: one, professionalism at all levels. There are specialists in their various areas. Agents must keep in close touch with, and they should be with this relevant specialists, scientists, or scientific development and research groups. They must keep in touch with them. That way, they can develop professionalism at all levels. Another is single line of command. There is single line of technical and administrative department of I need support from training and research institute. There should be no conflict. No extension agent should be responsible to so it must be reporting to one so that the chain of line up and can be clear. Another key feature of the training and visit system is that there's a concentration of effort. This is based on the principle that the extension staff work only on agricultural and cooperative extension, so they concentrate their effort on this. Another feature is that the system is sound. It has out time work. Necessary skill must to farmers on a regular basis, rules of teaching and all that. So everything they do is time bound. Another key feature is that the field and the So, like I said, a group of farmers should be visited once every 2 weeks. So whatever they are doing should be time bound. Should be time bound. Everything should be done within the time allocated for it. So that way you achieve what you want to do, your objectives as smart, right? And you can easily calculate or measure if what you set out to do, you have achieved it. Now, we said the field and farmer orientation, the system is targeted at the field and the farmer, all right? A group of farmers should be visited once every 2 weeks by the village level extension worker, as well as another key feature is regular and continuous training of extension. Because if the extension is not knowledgeable, he cannot extend knowledge or the what is the strategy of the training and means between research institutes, the ministry, and subject matter specialists. It also includes training. This is held at a particular zone. The meeting is led by subject matter specialists because the subject matter specialist attended the earlier meeting. That's a monthly training review meeting. So he can pass down the information gotten from there. So whatever was discussed at that meeting will be delivered by him. Even people from the headquarters of the ministry can attend that meeting just as subject matter specialists, zonal extension officers, area Okay. Another strategy of the training and visit system is the fortnightly visit, the small plot adoption technology, as well as on the farm adoptive research, scheduled visit, and use of constant contact farmers in passing information. All right, that's about it for today. Thank you for joining. Do well to send me a chat if you have a question. Come to the WhatsApp group and ask a question. Attempt your TMAs as is required. And of course, you must have done your discussion for questions.